got us a bad situation here," he said to Chavez, communicating a no-go on the mass assault through the mic. "It's not a bad situation for me," the Mexican pointed out. "You want to be a hero, cabron? So you won't let me kill this wordless puta barata?" Tony breathed in through his nose, growling low in his throat as he then exhaled. "She's not worthless, you disgusting son of a bitch." "He's looking for your trigger, Tony. Don't let him use you." "Then you'll put your gun down," Chavez said, "and let me and the girl walk out of here." If Chavez walked out into the hall, he was going to meet up with a shitload of armed Texas law enforcement, and the girl was going to get hurt. "Okay, I'll put it down, and we'll talk." He lifted the nose of his gun, slowly transferring it to his left hand. Non-threatening move, passive body language. He bent slightly at the waist, ready to set the gun on the floor. Chavez smiled. Then he got cocky and loosened his grip on the girl. Tony took the shot. The bullet passed over the girl's shoulder, hitting Chavez in the clavicle. The girl screamed and broke free, falling, scrambling across the floor. Chavez fell, roaring with pain and fury. Blood soaked the front of his white shirt. Tony advanced, ignoring the sobbing child moving past him toward the door. Chavez tried to crawl away from him, but Tony could see in the man's eyes he knew his time was up. "Chingate, pendejo," Chavez spat. "No, fuck you." Tony pulled the trigger twice, a clean double tap, and the job was done. Men exploded into the room, and Tony moved away. He sank down against an exterior wall and leaned his head back against the gaudy wallpaper. "Did we get them all out?" "Yes," Charlotte responded. 4 of the girls are receiving medical treatment for injuries. 1 caught a ricochet, and another was in the crossfire. A couple were hurt when the girls stampeded. Nothing life-threatening. You did it, Tony." "We did it," he whispered. "I don't think I could live without you, darling." "It's a good thing you don't have to try, then. I'm not going anywhere, Tony." He closed his eyes. It was a damn good day. Chapter 1. Much to Tony Casavetti's disappointment, his plane didn't crash. Instead, it landed with a polite little thump, delivering him safely to his date with the Tupperware party from hell. Sean Devlin wanted all the Devlin Group agents to meet at his exec admin's home, the closest thing the agency had to a headquarters. Something big must be up, because a meeting like this was unprecedented. Hell, many of his fellow agents he'd never even met in person. And Tony liked it that way. Like a mild-mannered steer, he followed the herd off the plane, through the throng of people trying to sort through hundreds of identical black-wheeled suitcases, and then toward the main exit. The crowd made him twitchy, and the twitchiness made him hypersensitive to being naked. Not that he wasn't wearing the requisite clothes, jeans, t-shirt, leather jacket, and well-broken-in roping boots. But he wasn't armed. His S&W was locked in the suitcase he was dragging, along with some forms he'd had to fill out, or rather, Charlotte Rhames had in quadruplicate. Even a DG agent couldn't carry a gun on a commercial flight nowadays, castrating him as effectively as a hot blade. Where the hell was that exit? The sweaty bodies of aggravated, travel-weary people pressing against him made him clench his fist tighter around the handle of his suitcase and shift the weight of the carry-on riding on his shoulder. Tony was a loner by nature, and crowds ranked on his phobia list somewhere above poisonous snakes and only below heights. Whatever Sean Devlin had to say, it better be good. Finally, the herd he was trailing found the exit he was looking for, and they squeezed out into a scorching, odorous blast of Big Apple air. The scorching he didn't mind. He was a Texan, after all, but the pollution and the noise were like a stampede trampling his brain. He scanned the crowd, looking for a woman whose face he'd never seen. Charlotte Rhames, Devlin's executive administrator, was scheduled to pick him up outside this exit in, he looked at his watch, 4 minutes. And he had no idea what she looked like. There was no file photo for Charlotte. It was considered classified, which, in the DG, meant only Devlin.